What's up, guys? This is Logic. This is my Raw review for September 16, 2019. This is the aftermath of Clash of Champions. We all know Clash of Champions was built around Seth Rollins, the Universal Champion, and Braun Strowman. They were former Raw Tag Team Champions, lost the belt because they couldn't coexist to Bobby Roode and Dolph Ziggler. Then later on that night, they went to fight one-on-one for the Universal Championship, and obviously, as expected, Seth Rollins takes the victory. But after the match, Seth Rollins celebrates on the stage, the lights go out, we see The Fiend. Boom. The Fiend has basically told everyone that he's coming for that championship. Now, I don't want to spoil or ruin anything right now. I'm pretty much late. This review should have been out a while ago. I'm past Hell in a Cell. Hell in a Cell is our next pay-per-view, but I'm past it. I already seen it. I already seen the Raw after Hell in a Cell. Very disappointing. The outcome, everything is meaningless right now. They have ruined The Fiend, but I won't spoil it. If you're gonna go in order and watch every show, I won't spoil it. But listen, everything that they're doing now is meaningless. So basically, what they did to The Fiend is meaningless now. You guys ruined everything. WWE took the short, easy way out, and now it just feels like they killed everyone's momentum. The Fiend's momentum, Rollins' momentum, even though he didn't really have a lot of momentum, but actually he did. He did. Coming from losing the championship to Brock Lesnar at Extreme Rules to regaining the championship at SummerSlam, getting the fans back on Rollins, his train, then giving him Strowman, which turned the fans off, not even wanting to see this feud. Why is this even happening? And to now, The Fiend, to bring interest back. But obviously, if you've seen Hell in a Cell, you know why the interest is back down to the bottom. And it's real embarrassing. But anyways, let's talk about this show. We're skipping ahead. Let's talk about this show right here. First of all, this show was in Knoxville, Tennessee. Very quiet. This is a casual crowd. This crowd made the show absolutely boring. Watching the highlights back, they didn't make a peep. Boring, didn't sound like anything was going on. Who cares? Who even cares? I'm going to get through this show fast. Nothing like meaningful really happened. Nothing crazy happened. This show was just whatever. Didn't mean anything. Didn't feel like anything important. It was just to get by to the next week. Who cares? Anyways, guys, you know the deal. Like my comment, or like my video, I should say, my bad. Comment on the video, subscribe, and follow me on Twitter. My Twitter is at LogicIsKeyYT. That's LogicIsKeyYT. You guys know what to do. Support me, like, comment, subscribe. So let's get this started. Let's just get this over with. So, we start off with the Universal Champion, Seth Rollins, making his way down to the ring. Whatever, who cares? Basically, he's talking up how Braun Strowman gave him a challenge, gave him the fight of his life. He gave mad props to Strowman. When push came to shove, he gave Strowman 3 stomps, a pedigree, and a 4th stomp, whatever, to get the win. He's glad there's no rematch, which makes no sense because Strowman's not owed a rematch at all. He wasn't champion. Anyways, he didn't have no time to celebrate after the win. As he got to the ramp, to the stage, boom. All he could describe is Yowie Wowie. So then the crowd started chanting Yowie Wowie, who cares, whatever. Basically, he said he saw the face of the Fiend, Bray Wyatt, before losing conscious. And when he came together, Wyatt was gone, basically. So the good news about this is that in less than 3 weeks, he's going one-on-one in Hell in a Cell with Bray Wyatt. Okay, so basically, this is confirming it. Now, obviously, this already happened for me, so I already know this already happened, but this is confirming it. We're going to see Bray Wyatt versus Seth Rollins for the Universal Championship at Hell in a Cell, in Hell in a Cell. So, let me get this straight. So, we have the babyface, Seth Rollins, which is kind of like Roman Reigns. He's supposed to be the babyface, but the crowd boos him sometimes, okay? We got that. Then we have the heel, when we don't even know if he's really a heel. He's really like a tweener, but he's really supposed to be a heel. We have the heel Bray Wyatt, which is actually the most over thing in WWE right now, facing him. Now, I kind of get it. The whole October, Halloween, Hell in a Cell, The Fiend. I get the gimmick. Whatever. It's a whole little thing. Bray Wyatt's supposed to be scaring the children. Whatever. But why give him a title match? Don't you guys think it's a little too early? I would not book this match. I would have something else. Now, I don't know what it will be, but not Bray Wyatt. Why would you guys do this to Bray Wyatt if you were not fully sold on him? I'm not going to spoil nothing, but Bray Wyatt, if Bray Wyatt's going to be in this Hell in a Cell, he needs to win. This is basically his first real feud with anybody, and you're going to give him the title. That's how it's going to be. That's how it has to be, because if he loses, what's the point? And what they did in that match, what was the point? So next thing you know, the Firefly Funhouse theme starts playing and we see Bray Wyatt on the screen, and he has this stone cold killer face straight up like he's staring into your soul. Then he smiles because it's Bray Wyatt. But anyways, he says, my future best friend, Seth Rollins. He's glad, he's super glad he's okay. Rollins then says Wyatt is a sick dude. Then Ramblin' Rabbit tells Rollins to run. So then Wyatt, he pounds on the table and shouts, no, there's no need for calling names. It's fine, whatever. But it was okay to make a mistake. Rollins made a lot of mistakes, but people forgave him. Friends forgave him, but he never forgets. He said he. Maybe that's why he said hello at Clash of Champions. Who knows? He might even have to say more to you tonight. Wyatt coldly looks into the camera, and the Fiend's face, it flashes on the screen. Wyatt stares, and then he smiles, bursting out of laughter, and says, see you in hell. Rollins looks around for Wyatt to attack him, but he doesn't come out. Whatever. That's the opening of Monday Night Raw. Clearly, if you've seen this Raw, and if you're seeing the picture you're seeing in front of you, Wyatt does come out later on. So basically, he does come out, but he's not going for Seth. He's going for this guy right here, Kane, another guy with a mask. So it's more mind games. It's more legends that Wyatt is taken out. But who cares? Like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. If you're watching, if I made this review the day after this happened, maybe I would be more intrigued. But I'm not intrigued at all. I don't care about any of this that happened already because of what happened at Hell in a Cell. Basically, this is meaningless. It was all cool. Whatever happened at the end with him attacking Kane, but right now, it means nothing. So we see Braun Strowman next. She's angrily walking backstage. Charlie Caruso stops him and she tells him what is he planning. And Strowman says the next guy who steps in that ring are going to get these hands. Okay? This is basically WWE trying to build Braun Strowman back up after they had him lose for the Raw tag. Well, he didn't lose. Well, he technically did, but he didn't take the pin. But he still lost his Universal Championship match. He took the pin. We don't know. I don't know why Braun Strowman continues to get title opportunities when WWE doesn't see him in that light. But I don't know. It just doesn't make sense. This guy is a novelty act. He's a gimmick. He's a walking, I don't know. He just destroys stuff. He runs around, does his little shoulder tackles, and that's it. But whatever. Let's just get to the point. We have the Raw Tag Team Champions, Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode, make their way to the ring. Soon after, followed, the SmackDown Tag Team Champions come out. We were going to have a Tag Team Champion Summit. I guess Tag Team Champion versus Tag Team Champion. Before this even happened, Braun Strowman music's hit. Out of nowhere, he comes, attacks the Revival on the ramp, quickly goes to the ring. He knocks Ziggler down with his shoulder tackle, and Bobby Roode is about to run, but he knocks Roode out. He knocks the Revival and Ziggler out again, and then Bobby Roode runs and escapes, whatever. This is basically Strowman taking out both tag team champions just to, like it's like 50-50 booking. He lost, so now he has to look strong. And I get it. He's Braun Strowman. He's the monster among men. You can't take him out. He could take out anybody, but you guys make both of the tag team champions look like retards for no reason. They get taken out by Braun Strowman just to bring his momentum back up, but he shouldn't even be in the position that he's in right now. Why is he getting a Universal Championship shot for no reason? Basically, AJ Styles said it best a couple weeks ago. Braun Strowman is only getting his title shot because he looked at the title. Who cares? Finally, get into some real action. We saw the OC versus the War Raiders, or the Viking Raiders, whatever you want to call them. They're the War Raiders. The War Raiders and Cedric Alexander. So, I don't really care about this match. This was a alright match. Decent, good match, whatever. But the end of this match, basically, Cedric Alexander caught a phenomenal forearm and lost. Now, Cedric Alexander is supposed to be feuding with AJ Styles. We saw last night, or the night before, Clash of Champions. Basically, on the pre-show, AJ Styles completely buried Cedric Alexander in his hometown. Not buried, but basically was a statement. AJ Styles, he was basically showing he's not losing that title anytime soon. So the next night, you're expecting, oh, maybe Cedric will get some revenge, but no. Phenomenal forearm, that's it. Cedric Alexander gets pinned again by AJ Styles. So it is pretty clear. Cedric Alexander looks like he's not going to win that U.S. title. I thought he was. I really did. It seemed like it was perfect to pass the torch to Cedric so he could be another main event guy, or not even main event guy, just another top contender on Raw. But no, that's not going to happen. Anyways, after the match, the OC were attacking Cedric still. The Warriors got involved or whatever. Ivar, or I'm calling them Ivar. Are you kidding me? Hanson went to the top, whatever. He had a senton from the top, whatever. He knocked everyone out. He really didn't. He really just took all of it. He basically flew and hit the ground. No type of support, no type of help. Straight up took the bump, whatever. But basically, Cedric and Styles were fighting while this was happening. Basically, AJ was on the top rope. Cedric was going to go for a Super Hurricanrana, but AJ blocked it, hit a Styles Clash from the second rope, and that's it. He holds the U.S. title in front of everybody. Cedric, I don't know. It looks like Cedric was just a bump in the road for AJ Styles. He's going to continue being the U.S. champion, and that's it. Cedric Alexander, he was going to get a push, but I guess it's over. So whatever, you already know that Glenn Jacobs, Kane is on this show. And it's not that I dislike Kane. It's just when it comes to seeing these legends on the show every single week, a new legend is sponsoring somebody like Stone Cold Steve Austin trying to put over Seth Rollins, or we see, I don't know, Booker T at Clash of Champions, or now we see Kane. We've seen all these legends. I'm tired of seeing the legends. Like, I get it. I love them. I appreciate their work. But why do I have to see these legends over and over again? We can't get nobody else over on this roster. But anyways, we see Kane. Well, first we see R-Truth, the 24/7 champion, with Carmella, looking at Tennessee sport legends. We see the Mayor Kane, Glenn Jacobs, walk up to them. R-Truth recognizes him, and he says he's Larry Bird. Kane introduces himself, says he's Glenn Jacobs, and offers R-Truth a ride to his limousine. And R-Truth goes with him. Carmella looks suspicious, whatever. I don't care about anything with this 24/7 championship. I don't care. Whatever. So next up, we have the finals to the King of the Ring tournament. This was supposed to take place at Clash of Champions, but they moved it because that show had every belt on the line. Plus, on top of that, Roman Reigns versus Eric Rowan. So, that show was booked to the max. So they decided to move the King of the Ring tournament finals to Raw. So we had Baron Corbin versus Chad Gable. The winner would be King of the Ring, obviously. Great match. This match was wonderful. I love this match. I'm not going to go over it. I'm going to go over the end. But this match is worth watching. Sadly enough, WWE had to do it over and over and over again, multiple times. But the first match, this match right here, was beautiful. Anyways, at the end of the match, basically, Chad Gable, He went for a moonsault, but Corbin moved, so he landed on his feet. Gable flipped through in the days, and he got Corbin down, got him in the ankle lock. Corbin was screaming in pain, whatever. Corbin crawled to the bottom rope, made it. Gable grabbed his ankle again, but Corbin was holding onto the ropes. So Gable elbowed away and did a head scissors, but Corbin countered the head scissors into an impressive end of days for the win. Baron Corbin is the new king of the ring. There you go. He didn't even get to celebrate. We're gonna see him celebrate on SmackDown. Whatever, who cares? He goes to the the robe and the whatever, the chair. I can't even remember the name for the chair. Whatever. He's there, he's celebrating, but yeah, he didn't really get to put anything on, whatever. And on top of that, he doesn't even wear the crown and the robe that's there. He gets his own personal one, but I was happy that Corbin won because he was the MVP of this tournament. He won, I don't know, 4 matches straight, looked good in all performances, and to be honest, I couldn't like it would have been nice seeing Chad Gable as King of the Ring, but if I'm being realistic, it wouldn't make sense. Corbin just fits as King of the Ring. So I mean it was good that Corbin is the King of the Ring, but what are they gonna do after? You win the King of the Ring, what do you win for that? What is the opportunity you get? You get no opportunity. You just get called king, you get the king gimmick, and that's it. Like there's no championship involved. There's no like number one contendership. There's no nothing. So Corbin's the king of the ring, but what does that really mean? I don't know, but he's the right winner. So there's a little advertisement of Seth Rollins and Robert Roode going 1-on-1 tonight later on. This kind of makes sense because Robert Roode was the one that pinned Seth Rollins, who is the Universal Champion. He pinned the Universal Champion to win the Raw Tag Team Champions. So it makes sense that he will be facing him tonight. So anyways, we go backstage or whatever. We see the Street Profits backstage, basically, saying that Maria is hosting her gender reveal party. So we're going back to the storyline with Maria Kanellis and Mike Kanellis, and Mike Kanellis being a cuck. If you don't know what a cuck is, then you need to look it up. Mike Kanellis being a cuck, as always, whatever. Basically, we have a bunch of people backstage celebrating. Maria's walking up. Maria says she's having a boy. Everyone's going crazy. Congratulations, congratulations. Everyone's happy, whatever. But she says the father of the baby is Ricochet. And Ricochet's standing right there looking stunned. And then Mike Kanellis, he's getting all defensive. He's getting mad at him, whatever. Kanellis slaps Ricochet and tells him to meet him in the ring. Titus O'Neil tells him to go out there and do something. And the Street Profits talk about how, what was his name? D'Angelo Dawkins. He's like, I'm surprised she didn't say it was me. That wasn't funny at all. The Street Profits, every time I see them on Monday Night Raw, they feel so weird, awkward. They don't seem legit. There's two different people. It's four. Well, I should say four. It's Montez Ford, Angelo Dawkins on NXT. Those are two people. And then on the main roster, they're two different people. So it's four guys right there. They're playing four characters. So I don't get it. It's just dumb. These guys don't seem natural on the main roster. They seem so fake. So we actually had a match with Mike Kanellis and Ricochet. For no reason. Ricochet did not want to do this. He was telling him to chill, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Basically, Mike Kanellis charged at him. Ricochet basically hit the recoil, and that was it. Mike Kanellis looking like a loser. Who cares? Anyways, we see the Funhouse pop up, and it has pictures of Jerry the King Lawler, Kurt Angle, Finn Balor, and Mick Foley with their eyes crossed out. And Wyatt said this is his wall of friendship. It's time to find some more friends. So we went to commercial after that, and when we came back, we see Mike Kanellis still in the ring, looking devastated. Whatever. Maria Kanellis comes out, and she says, you can't even defend our unborn child's honor, whatever. She's going to reveal the real father. So, let me get this straight. Mike Kanellis is supposed to be the father, but Ricochet is now the father. Now there's another father. What are we watching? This is stupid. Anyway, Rusev comes out. Rusev makes his return looking like he's in the best shape of his life. He slimmed down a lot, still looking still looking, buff, but he slimmed down a lot. He has this porn star like mustache. He got rid of the beard, has a mustache, that's it. And he's looking great. So he comes down to the ring, whatever. So now we have Mike Kanellis versus Rusev. Why did this even happen? First of all, this makes no sense because they have no type of relationship going on. There's no type of bond between Maria and Rusev. So Maria just asked Rusev to come out to make her husband, or well, yeah, I'm pretty sure they were married. Her husband look like a cuck again. Makes no sense. I don't know. This basically this storyline is about to go down the drain because what's next? What basically what's going to happen next with Rusev is straight up embarrassing, and I feel like this is WWE punishing Rusev because I think Rusev is leaving this company soon. But anyways, you know what happened? Super kick, accolade, tapped out. Rusev win. He come back looking strong. I don't know why they make his return with a retarded storyline, and then they continue it with a more retarded storyline. We're gonna talk about that soon, but that's how they bring back Rusev with a meaningless, stupid, non-funny storyline. That's how you bring back Rusev. Pretty dumb. Why do we watch this show? I don't know. Back to the BS. Back to Kane. The Mayor Kane, he brung R-Truth for a football stadium, whatever. R-Truth is obviously confused. So basically, Kane introduces R-Truth to some police officers who revealed himself to be a referee. R-Truth ran away, ran right into a goal pole. Kane went up to him, covered him, 1, 2, 3. Kane is a new 24/7 champion, and he runs away. I don't care about this. This should be on YouTube, okay? Not on the main show, not on Raw, not on SmackDown, not even on NXT, not NXT UK, not 205 Live. Nothing on the show. Nothing on the televised show. This should be on YouTube. I get it. Every now and then, I wouldn't mind seeing it on the show, but when it's actually funny, when it actually means something, when it's something crazy actually happens, something like this, you could have had this airing on YouTube segment after segment and said, oh, this happened earlier tonight, showed what happened, and that's it. Just get it over with. Makes no sense. I don't care anything about this 24/7 championship. The next thing we see is Cesaro facing Rey Mysterio. Out of nowhere, Cesaro has a problem with Rey Mysterio and Dominic for some reason. It just came out of nowhere. Kind of made no sense why it came out of nowhere. But Rey Mysterio wins this match. I don't really care about this match. It was a decent match, but it wasn't anything too crazy or anything special or anything memorable. So basically, Rey Mysterio hit the 619, tried to hit a flying Hurricanrana, but Cesaro catches him, but Mysterio counters it into a sunset flip powerbomb for the win. 1, 2, 3. Cesaro's like this good hand. He's a guy that they know the fans love him, and the fans are going to continue to cheer him, heel or face, but he can take a loss. That's what they see. I don't think he should be. I would actually love to see Cesaro have a major heel run with Sheamus. Sheamus as his manager. Sheamus can be like, I'm a former WWE World Champion, and I believe this guy right here, Cesaro, will be next in line for the championship. Cesaro's already believable in my book, and having Sheamus there, a former champion, basically promoting his friend to become a next champion, I don't see why it wouldn't work. It's kind of perfect. If Sheamus is not going to come back and wrestle, use him in that way. But obviously, WWE doesn't have that brain power. They don't want to use Cesaro for some reason. Whatever. Cesaro is one of the best. He needs to go to NXT. I would love if he went to NXT, but whatever. That's not. We're not seeing that now. So who cares? So we've seen the Firefly Funhouse once again, and this time we see basically a picture of Seth Rollins with his eyes crossed out in red, and that's it. He's on the wall with the rest of the people that Bray Wyatt has taken out. And there you go. He's next, but he's not really next. Anyways, so we seen a little picture, or not picture, or vignette, or I should even say vignette, a video package. What am I talking about? Video package of AOP, whatever. They basically said that since WrestleMania, no one wants to fight them. Every tag team in WWE is soft right now. None of them are men, and they don't have the heart to step up to them. And they will be the future of the tag team division. The future is written in pain. What is there to be excited about? I'm happy that AOP is coming back. We do need more tag teams. What is there to be excited about? We know, if you've been watching this channel, you know I point out everything wrong with this tag team division, and they have sacrificed the tag team division over and over again. They even did it tonight with Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman, both tag team champions in the ring. Braun Strowman comes out, takes everybody out. Is our tag team division credible? I mean, it's only one guy, 1 against 4. Come on, you telling me they couldn't get the advantage at least a little bit? Not even a little bit. So there's no reason to get excited about the AOP. It's nice to have them back, but who really cares? So after the match, Banks and Bailey, well, Banks, she goes on there, grabs a chair, and she's about to beat up Nikki Cross some more. Then Becky Lynch's music hits, and the crowd goes crazy, I'm happy that Becky came out because the crowd was dead. The crowd did not care about what was going on. When Becky music played, they got a little bit more hype. This crowd was already bad. I already mentioned it before. But anyways, Becky runs down with a chair, whatever, and she gets in the ring, and it was like Star Wars. It was like Sasha and Becky were having the lightsabers, and they were fighting each other with lightsabers. Like, come on. I don't know. I didn't really like that with the chairs, like swinging the chairs at each other. So Bailey is about to come in the ring and help Sasha, but then Charlotte's music played. Charlotte is not even running down the ramp because she has heels on. There's no way she should have been fighting with those heels on anyway. So she like basically almost stumbles and fall coming down the ramp, and she big boots Bailey with the heels. Banks is looking at this and she's upset. And then Becky she hit Banks in the midsection with the chair, and Lynch stands tall with the crowd chanting her name. Boom. I mean, this is building their match, but it doesn't really matter. This didn't do anything for me. It didn't give me hype. It was just whatever. And you notice this trend. I keep saying whatever because this show just sucked. It's just whatever. That's how I really feel. Is whatever. It means nothing. It's nothing really exciting. Nothing crazy ever happens. It's just predictable, boring stuff. So, like I said, it's whatever. So in the back, Sasha Banks, she's angry. She's talking to the camera. She challenges Becky Lynch in a rematch at Hell in a Cell. So she said, "Your move, bitch." Boom. Next, we had a 24/7 championship, but I'm going to skip that. I'm coming right back to it. Then we see Becky Lynch backstage, and she's basically accepting Sasha's challenge. She says she's not interested in facing Sasha at Hell in a Cell. She's more interested in facing Sasha inside Hell in a Cell. So this confirms that Sasha and Becky will be in Hell in a Cell in the actual structure and not just at the pay-per-view. The other cell match will obviously be Bray Wyatt and Seth Rollins. So there you go. Your 2 Hell in a Cell matches confirmed right there. Anyways, back to the 24/7 championship, whatever. We see Kane's limo pulling up with R-Truth on top of the limo. So basically, R-Truth, when Kane comes out, R-Truth comes off. He rolls Kane up. 1, 2, 3. He wins back his title. Kane grabs him by his throat like he's about to chokeslam him. R-Truth basically says, "Oh, you can't be the 24/7 champion if you're mayor. The 24/7 championship is 24/7." Kane says he has a point and he's about to enjoy the show. Him and R-Truth walk out. They basically walk to the arena, I guess. I mean, whatever. Who cares? Like, who legitimately cares? Like, it's nice to see Kane or whatever, to see him actually there, but who really cares? Like, I don't know. It's just not important, not funny. It's just whatever, honestly. Now we see Lacey Evans versus Dana Brooke. Oh my god. The only thing I can say about this feud, Lacey Evans and Natalia, it's slightly getting Lacey Evans a little better because Natalia is, she's a pretty good wrestler to wrestle with. And Natalia and Lacey Evans, Natalia's teaching Lacey Evans to be a better in ring competitor because Lacey Evans, she's not all the way there yet. Now, I like her character. She has a character all the way to the top, but her wrestling ability, it's not all the way up there. It's getting there. It's getting better. She should have never left NXT. She should have stayed there and got better. But obviously, they wanted to bring her up right away. But anyways, Lacey Evans versus Dana Brooke. This match was real quick. Basically, she got the sharpshooter on Dana Brooke just to taunt Natalia, and that was it. Now we're at the main event. Finally, we have Seth Rollins and Robert Roode having a match, whatever. This match was quick. This was whatever. Basically, I'll go to the end. Basically, Bobby Roode or Robert Roode, whatever his name is, went for a spine buster, but Rollins countered it to a Falcon Arrow for a near fall. Roode cut off Rollins when he tried to go for the top rope, but Rollins countered it into a buckle bomb. Rollins kicked him with a super kick, hit the stomp. He was going for the pin, but Ziggler ran into the ring, broke up the pin. Seth Rollins won by disqualification. So Seth is fighting Ziggler after the disqualification, and the OC run out. So the OC hit the Magic Killer, Gallows and Anderson. They hit the Magic Killer on Rollins. Then Styles hit the Styles Clash on Rollins. So it was a 5-on-1 beatdown. The OC, Dolph Ziggler, Robert Roode beating down on Seth Rollins by himself. Obviously, Braun Strowman is not coming out. They're not a tag team no more. They're not getting along. So Rollins is all by himself. All of a sudden, we hear Kane's music. Kane goes to the ring, choke slam Luke Gallows, double choke slam Styles and Anderson, and after that, he's about to hit his classic pyro. When he puts his hands up in the ring and his hands go down, and then you see the fire on each corner. He's about to do that, right? But then the lights go out. And then the Fiend is coming. When the lights cut back on, we see the Fiend right behind Kane. He applies the mandible claw on the mayor Kane in front of everybody, and Seth Rollins is in the corner at this point. After he applied the mandible claw, Bray Wyatt started to crawl up to him and stare in his face, whatever, all creepily, and he's literally right in his face, and we see this image of Rollins looking scared, whatever. And right after, well, they ended like a little early, like 10:58, 10:59, before 11 o'clock. Right after this, we seen the Firefly Funhouse video and their music played, but it was all messed up. It was flipping back and forth, like it was going slow, then speeding up, then going in reverse, and the whole screen was flashing, turning dark, doing just all this BS, like some weird stuff. I mean, pretty cool. And like, I forgot to mention earlier tonight when they said Seth Rollins and Robert Roode will be facing each other, the render of the two guys, it was upside down. So I don't know if they did this to play along as, the Fiend has been taking over Raw, and he did this to the Raw thing. Now at the end of the show, his Firefly Funhouse stuff plays. I don't know, but that's how Raw ended, and nothing special. I mean, we have Kane now to add to the list of people Bray Wyatt has taken. I hope he took their soul, and I hope they act different later on. But that's about it. Nothing entertaining, nothing interesting. Just the image of seeing the Fiend behind Kane, that was the only thing that was worth this show. Everything else, pretty much meaningless. I didn't care about it. I went to this review real fast, and I really did not care about anything about the show. That's it. Anyways, you guys know the deal. Like my video, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter at Logic is Key YT. That's Logic is Key YT. And make sure you guys keep tuning in. There's more videos gonna come out. I'm telling you guys all the logic gaps on this show. There's so many logic gaps. I can't even get through them all, to be honest. But there you go. Where's the logic in this show? It makes no sense. WWE always rushing the show, whatever, just put everything together. There you go. that was the show. You guys, they want to rush this show, so I'm gonna rush this review. Who cares? This is about 30 minutes anyway, so who cares? There you go. Make sure you guys tune into the next video.